So my laptop Zoom app is not working. Any idea how to join from that again? I think you have to update that because na update is there of Zoom. You will have to update it. After that, it will work fine. Okay. For time being, you can use your mobile only. No issue. Okay, you did. Okay, we'll discuss it together later. Huh? Now, class assignment which you gave has question number 3 from lines and angles. Is this chapter coming? No, the chapter is not coming. Okay. So new chapter is chapter number 13, surface area and volumes. In class 8 also we have discussed the concept of mensuration, in which we saw some 2D figures. If you remember class, I think we have done some 3D figures also in that class, or only 2D we have done. Please confirm. In class 8, have we done any 3D figure also, or only 2D figures we have done? 3D also we have done. Okay. 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 So same storage, same procedure in the starting. We will be having some discussion on the formulas of all the 2D and 3D figures which are common for us. After that, we will have discussion on questions. Okay. So the first one is 2D figures. Okay, cylinder we have done. Okay. In 2D figure, the first one we have seen is circle. Or in circle, we have seen the terms like circumference. Class, please answer what is the formula of circumference? What is circumference of a circle with radius r? Yes, it is 2 pi r. Okay. Circumference is same as the length of this outer boundary. Circumference is same as perimeter or the length of outer boundary. Now the area of circle is given by pi r square. Sorry, Angel is in waiting room. Okay, one second. Yes, it is pi r square. So this is about the circle. Second is semicircular arc. If we have a semicircular arc of radius r, in that case, please tell me what is the circumference. Class, please answer. If we have a semicircular arc, good Bhavya, good Piyush. Others, please answer. If we have a semicircular arc, good Prisha, the circumference will be given by pi r only, because obviously if the complete length is 2 pi r, then if you cut it in two parts, it becomes a semicircular arc, and length of one semicircular arc is pi r only. Okay, and the area will be remaining same only, that is half of pi r square. Area will remain the same, just half of the above one. Third case in the circle only is this is your semicircular arc. Semicircular arc. Now we have semicircular disc. This is a disc like a CD you are having, and you have broken it from middle part. It becomes semicircular disc. The circumference of this one will be how much? Plus circumference of semicircular disc. No, Piyush, from where square came, beta? Circumference is same as length. Length can never be in square. The unit will become square in your case, no? No, Garima, it is not same. It is different from semicircular arc. 2 pi r upon 2. No, Vaishnav, 2 pi r upon 2 you have already used over here in the case of arc. You have to understand, Piyush, little bit less is there. You have to see, suppose you are starting from this point A. So you are covering back to this point A after complete revolution. So when you cover this portion till this point, it will be pi r. After pi r, you have to add this line also, because earlier it was not there, but now it is there. So now the circumference will be given by pi r plus 2r. Yes, Ananya, good beta. Bhuvanjot, pi r cube. Beta, from where cube is coming? Cube we will discuss in the case of volume only. When three dimensions are multiplying, you are getting into volume. When two dimensions are multiplying, you are getting into area. When only one dimension is there, then only you are talking about a length. So always keep in mind, when you are talking about perimeter or circumference, you don't have to go for square or cube. Okay. So area will be same, half pi r square. Now we have seen circle. The next one that we have learned is square. Fourth one is square. Suppose we have a square ABCD of length A units. Class, the perimeter will be given by length of all the boundaries, which is 4A only. The perimeter, in this case, it is called perimeter. In case of curved surfaces, it is called circumference. So perimeter is 4A units. Simple. Then comes the area. Area is given by A square. Yes, it is given by A square. Now, what is the length of diagonal glass? We have already discussed. If anyone wants to find the length of diagonal of a square, what is the length of diagonal of a square? Bhavya, A cube. Okay, by mistake we must have written. Class, please tell me the length of diagonal AC. Yes, Ananya, good. Ansh, no beta. If it is A, it is A. You all know it is having a right angle. So you can consider ABC as a right angle triangle. That will help you to find the length of AC. By Pythagoras theorem, we can say it is equal to under root this A square plus A square, which will come out as under root 2A square. A square is will be coming out as A. Root 2 will remain. So this is the answer. The length of diagonal is given by root 2A units. No, Anoranjan, not half of area. It is simple. Diagonal can be obtained using Pythagoras theorem. That will be root 2A units. And we have learned in the case of square and rectangle, the length of diagonals are equal. So in this case, either diagonal length is root 2A units only. Now the next one is rectangle. We are just taking a recap of last classes, what we have done till now. So please do the page up. Okay. Anybody want to take a screenshot of something? But a video will be uploaded, don't worry, on YouTube. From there also you can take. Okay. Now the next one is rectangle. So again, rectangle is having two pair of, it is just like a parallelogram that we have seen. Yes, in this case, the perimeter P is given by twice length plus breadth. If you don't remember the formula, you can directly add the dimensions also. That will be fine. The area is simple, length into breadth, and the length of this diagonal will be given by S class. In this case, if this is length L and this is breadth B, in this case, again it will be given by PGT only, good Mishti, and that will be under root L square plus B square. Yes, and in this case also it is same, whether you find AC or you find BD, that will remain the same. Both are same, root L square plus B square. Sometimes questions may come, find the length of longest rod that can be put in a rectangle. You just have to find this length of diagonal, because that diagonal is the longest length inside a square or rectangle. Okay. Now the next figure is so please check waiting room 1 second. Abhishek Bhatt, Jivansh, Lakshay, Parthi. Okay. Next, Ansh is saying trapezium. Okay. Before trapezium, Ansh, if you allow, let us take rhombus also. Rhombus also we have seen many times. In the case of rhombus, only difference from square, it is not having angle of 90 degree. So this is a rhombus. Here the length of diagonals are equal or unequal, class? Please answer. The length of diagonals of a rhombus are equal or unequal? Yes, they are unequal. So suppose I have called AC as D1 diagonal and BD as D2 diagonal. In that case, area of this will be given by, class please answer. If the length of two diagonals are D1 and D2, what is the area? Yes, Bhavya is correct. First, perimeter will remain same, 4A, that is length of all sides. Area will change. In this case, it will be half D1 into D2. Yes, Abhishek, not D1, D2, it is half D1, D2. Bhavya, Utkarsh, and Ananya, correct. Fine. So this was area of rhombus. Now trapezium. Also, we have discussed in the last class. Trapezium. Sir, why not a square? Okay, Piyush, because square has angles of 90 degree, but rhombus is not having that thing. Okay, that is the issue. Rhombus is not having that thing, na? That is why its area is not a square. It is not like that. Okay. You also can go for base into height in the case of rhombus, as you are doing in the case of parallelogram. If you know the height, you can use base into height also. Okay. Now, trapezium. In trapezium, we have two parallel sides. Let me call it A, B, C, and D. This one is suppose A units. This is your B units, and this is your H height. Then area perimeter will be same, the length of all sides when it is given to you, but area will be given by half into height into sum of parallel sides. Or you can rewrite as half into H into A plus B. This is the formula for trapezium area. Yes, Piyush, correct. So I think all the 2D figures are covered. Is there any 2D figure that we have discussed in the last class? Anyone? Please tell. Anyone? We can discuss parallelogram also. Yes, triangle was there. Yes. A simple parallelogram. We all know parallelogram is like a rectangle only, but that is shifted from top, pushed from top. So in this case, if I take this as height, so can we find area of any quadrilateral? It depends what you know about that quadrilateral. In case it is a normal quadrilateral without any property, in that case you can use Heron's formula if you have 4 dimensions. But somehow you need to have the dimensions with you. Okay, because none of these cases applied. In that case, you can apply Heron's formula to find the area of separate triangles and then add and find the area of quadrilateral. Okay. So in this case of parallelogram, if you are taking this DE as height, in that case you will take AB as base, and area will be given by base into height. So if height is taken as DE, then base will be AB. Or if you take the height as DF, in that case area will be how much, class? If DF is taken as height, then area will be what? Then area will be BC into DF. Yes, in that case base will change, BC will become the base. So it can either also be DF into BC. So these are two possibilities for a parallelogram. Okay. Now in triangles, simple is already we have done triangles area in that chapter Heron's formula, so that is not required again. Sir, is there any other method also to find area of parallelogram in case base or height is not given? Then same way, Vaishnav, they will be giving you a diagonal length in that case, and then you will be finding the area using Heron's formula. Apart from that, you won't be able to find the area. Okay. Okay, Vaishnav. Now let's start 3D figures. The first 3D figures and the most easiest one is a cube. To draw a cube, you will draw a square first. Then behind it, you will draw another square. Okay, kite is left. Piyush is saying, Piyush, kite can be taken similar in other way only. है ना? Not that much common for you to do a question on kites. You can leave it right now. Our main concern in this chapter will be 3D figures only. Just for revision, I have taken the 2D figures. So just join them. Actually, we use dotted lines for the background lines. Okay, so this is your cube. In this case, we have how many vertices, how many edges, and how many faces? Class, please answer. In the case of cube, how many vertices are there? Moksh is saying 666. Wrong, Moksh. Okay, there are 12 vertices. If you count, the 4 vertices are on the top. This, suppose I call them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. So there are 8 vertices, not 12. Piyush, I think you were saying not 12. There are 8 vertices, and there are 6 faces. One face in the front, one in the back, then 2 left and right, and 2 top and bottom. Edges are 12. Yes, there are 12 edges. 4 edges top, 4 edges bottom, and 4 edges are on the side. So there are 12 edges. Now in this case, we don't talk about perimeter. The first thing that we talk in the case of surface area, in the case of this 3D figure, is curved surface area, class. Curved surface area, in this case, because no surface is curved, so we call it lateral surface area. we call it lateral surface area, and lateral surface area means the surface areas of all the what you say faces except top and bottom. Lateral surface means except top and bottom. So if you observe the front face, it is a square only. Suppose the length is a units. So what is the area of front face, class? What is the area of front face? It is a square. Similarly, this side face is also a square. This one will also be a square, and this will also be a square. So we can say the lateral surface area will be given by 4a square. Yes, Bhavya, Vaishnav, Bhavya, good, better. Good, Abhishek, Piyush. Now, the total surface area is LSA plus top and bottom area. So LSA is already 4a square. If you take top and bottom also, it becomes 6a square. Finally comes the volume of a cube. Volume is a into a into a, that is a cube is the answer. This was about a cube. Now, if a question arises, what is the length of longest rod that can be put inside a cube? You have to find the diagonal. Yes, class? Can you tell me the length of diagonal EC? Diagonal EC, yes. EC is the diagonal. If you observe carefully in the diagram, again we have to use Pythagoras theorem, but it cannot be used directly because PGT is applicable only in 2D figures, not in a 3D figure. So first you need to consider the bottom, what you say, the bottom face. First you have to consider. Try to see. We have, this is the bottom face. E, F, G, H. So first tell me what is the length of EF. We have already seen in case of square we have found this. First we will find the length of EG. That will be how much? Class, please answer. EG will be again root 2a. Yes, Utkarsh, good. Now we have EG. We already have CG. CG is how much, class? A. CG is A. EG we have found. EG we have found. So we can easily find EC now. I'm trying to show you in a 3D way. We have found EG first using Pythagoras theorem in the square. A we already know this one. So you now know two things. This thing you know is root 2a. This thing is a. You need to find this EC. Very simple. Again, we will apply the Pythagoras theorem to find this length of diagonal EC. For that, simple root square of that will be plus a square, and it becomes 2a square plus a square, and the answer will be root 3a square or root 3a. Yes, this is the diagonal. Or if a question arises anytime, find the length of longest rod that can be put inside a cube, you will just say it is root 3a. So if dimension is given to you as 10 centimeter and they are asking find the length of longest rod, you can always say it is 10 root 3 centimeter. Okay, class, clear? Class, any doubts in this one? Okay, I'm switching off this recording now.